Aloha my lovelies, to a new video. Today we are gonna make a Mediterranean pasta sauce from scratch. Don't stay right there, don't tune off. It's super easy. Specifically from the Mediterranean, North Africa, where I grew up, Tunisia. This is like the bare minimum basic with little twist of mine I made. So we are going to be using ground coriander. And since I don't have my pepper paste, traditional pepper paste, I'm going to be using chili powder and some black pepper and salt to taste. Now what I'm missing is caraway. OMG. So no problem, your bare minimum spices would be this, the coriander, the chili powder, and black pepper and salt. But caraway would be great. So if I had caraway, I would put, for example, for 1 tablespoon of coriander, like 2-3 pinches, because caraway is potent and it can take over your whole dish. So I have olive oil here, extra virgin olive oil, warmed up. The twist that I'm doing, so some people do this, some people don't back home, is the chopped up onions. So I'm gonna add these on a medium setting here. Onions. As usual, I always make a lot, and the sauce is excellent to store in the fridge, and so I always make extra, and my kids love this sauce. I added to my garlic, excuse me, I added to my onions my garlic. Don't be shy off of the garlic. This sauce loves its garlic and its bay leaves. Whatever you got, dry or fresh. This might seem like a lot of bay leaves, but these are tiny ones. And yeah, you can go wrong with garlic and bay leaves in this sauce, okay? The more the better, trust me. So these are gonna saute here for a little bit. Yes, honey. So, of course, since you are in a vegan channel, I am not going to be adding any meats at all to the sauce. If you are non-vegan, you can definitely add your chicken or beef pieces halfway through the sauce cooking. Okay, you don't want to add it at the very beginning because it will just melt away unless you like it that way. With this sauce, the longer it sits and cooks, the better it is. So this is a good project to try during the weekend, and then you have the sauce for a week or two, and if you freeze it, even longer. Okay, and the length of time is to allow the tomato paste from truly cooking and getting rid of the most tartness as you can that comes with the canned tomatoes, you know what I mean? This is what I'm using. As usual, in all my videos, I ask you that you use whatever you want. It has to be paste, not the sauce. So it has to be paste. And I'm using the Costco brand here. And I'm using 4 small cans because I bought the bulk, that comes with tons of small cans. So I would say if you're one person, 1 or 2 cans of these would work. I'm using 4 small cans for 5 people plus leftover. Okay. So my onions here, smelling so fragrant. And I'm gonna be adding straight into there my paste. Come on out, huh? And I know scraping metal on metal is not a good thing, but if you guys have watched my previous videos, you know that this is not my regular kitchen. I'm in a temporary home and I'm working with whatever tools I got on hand, okay? There we go. So I'm not super scraping the metal on metal. I'm trying to avoid that. Smells so good already. Come on out. Okay. Okay. The setting, it's still on medium, and since the pan I'm working with here, it's doesn't have an non-stick protection, it's really tricky for it not to stick down below, even with the oil. Mix that real good. Let's see how. Okay, now we're gonna add our coriander. Same with the coriander, it's per taste, you know. You're like, girl, what are you doing? This is a whole damn jar. So African food, if you're not familiar with it, Mediterranean, super flavorful. Okay, so you put like for one can, one of the small cans, maybe 1 tablespoon, 1 heaping tablespoon. And the more paste, the more spices, of course, okay? Go ahead and add that there. I'm gonna add my chili. I'm gonna have to remake this pasta sauce once I get my risa, which is a traditional pepper paste. I'll splash not too much of the black pepper because you already got your chili in there. You're also gonna add Anaheim peppers. That's gonna cook in there. And I'm gonna turn down the heat to medium low. Yes, honey, get in there. There we go. So you have the tomato and the spices. Saute with the oil for about 10 minutes. Okay, for about 10 minutes or so. And we will be back. Okay, my lovelies, it's been about 8 minutes since the tomato's been sitting marinating with the oil and spices. I am going to be adding, I wish my water back there was more hot and boiling, but that's okay. So we usually add super hot water, but it doesn't hurt it if it's, you know, regular temperature, room temperature. It just speeds things up, I guess, if you add boiling water. Gotta get creative with what you got, girl. Okay. Let's see. We are gonna be adding. So the quantity of water, you do not want it to become soup, and it's gotta loosen up. Like, you know, I'll show you in a minute. You're like, what, girl? You're confusing me. Hang on. Let me mix it real good. I'm gonna be adding my salt as well. Let's see. So it's all about mixing with the sauce, okay? Let's see. Yes, honey, come on. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so you want the consistency of, I'll show you. I'll show you. Hang on. Let's see. I'm trying to get close here. So not super liquidy. See, it's not all of it like just, this is perfect right here. Okay. It still has that consistency, okay? And this baby's gonna be cooking on medium low, and you gotta mix it once in a while. And you know it's ready when the oil rises up into this from the sauce. You'll see when it's ready. I'll show you. And this sauce can take about 35 minutes. But if you put it in low settings, like really low, it can go on for much longer and it'll taste even better. So we're gonna put it on a medium low. So not the lowest and not medium, right in between. We're gonna add our salt. Hang on. I'm only getting a spoon for the salt because my container here is big, and if I try to dump it straight in there like I do with the others. So if you cook with him, you're like, oh, there's a lot of salt. Himalayan salt is not as potent as the sea salts and the regular table salts, which I never use. The Himalayan salt needs a little extra quantity as it's not as strong, I think. And I'm gonna be adding in, whoops, that is not good, child. There we go, excuse me. My mountain of bay leaves. And you wash your Anaheim and you usually cut a little slit on the side. But since this Anaheim started to look a little sad on these sides, I just cut them off and I'm just gonna use it. Now the tricky thing about the Anaheims is you might end up with a spicy one and you can never know if it's gonna be spicy or not. Yeah, so hopefully you like spicy, because if you make sauce and trust me, the Anaheim is a definite must in your sauce. It releases a special flavoring in it. Okay, so maybe just use one small Anaheim. Okay. And voila. So before I let it sit and marinate, I am going to do a quick taste test. Okay. So. Wow. Wow. It's not even done cooking and it's already amazing. Come on now, be patient. Even if it tastes good, let it sit, girl. And guy. Yeah. Okay, weirdettes. It's the heat, y'all. It's the heat. I'm a little weird today because of the heat. Okay. I can't believe how good it tastes already, y'all. Okay, this baby is ready to sit. And we will be back. See you in a little bit. And we are back. As you can see, the sauce is done. And those spots are a little darker in the sauce. That's the oil that rose up. And since it's not tons of it, you can leave it. If you had put more oil at the beginning, you will see more of it at the end, and then you can scoop that with a spoon before dishing it out and whatnot. So my pasta is boiling and we will be back with the plating. See y'all later. And we are back. Voila, we have topped our pasta with some of the sauce after having mixed it all in, incorporated really good. And I chose the ziti. You can use any pasta, of course, that you like, with some olives and nutritional yeast and my pepper over there. This is the stuff right here. Now, if you're not into this, you can use your own regular cheese, your favorite cheese, all right? And if you do try this, please tag me on Instagram so I can share your creations on my next video. And my Instagram is not so perfect vegans, just like our video YouTube here, excuse me. And this girl is done with the heat in this kitchen, so I'm gonna go and enjoy my pasta. See you on my next video. Bye.